Hi, welcome back to Finding Peace in the Pieces. I'm your host, and this podcast is where we unpack real life experiences, hard lessons, and the journey back to yourself. Today's episode is a little bit different. We're stepping away from the structured betrayal phases and diving into a real, honest conversation because sometimes the most powerful healing comes from hearing someone else say, "Yeah, I went through that too." So today I am joined by a guest who's currently navigating college life, friendships, growth, and everything in between. We are keeping this conversation completely anonymous, but what we are talking about is something so many people experience, especially in high school and college, and sometimes beyond. We're talking about two faced friendships. You know, those ones where everything feels fine to your face, but behind your back, it's a completely different story. So if you've ever questioned a friendship, felt betrayed, or wondered if you were the problem, this episode is for you. All right, thank you for being here today. I know this isn't the easiest topic to talk about, but it is very relatable.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's start here. When you hear the term two faced friend, what does that mean to you?
To me, a two faced friend is someone who is a different person when they are around you versus when they are not around you.
Okay. So, like, they're nice to your face, but their loyalty isn't real.
hmm
Okay, yeah, basically that's the disconnect between words and actions, and that can be kind of confusing. I get that for sure. So, looking back, what are some of the red flags you think people ignore in friendships like that?
Um, I would say gossiping,
Hmm.
like when they're comfortable talking about other people to you, they are most likely going to talk about you to other people. Another red flag would be little jealous comments here and there. And last but not least, jokes that don't feel like jokes.
Yeah, and those little jealous comments are not, it's not the deal for sure. It's like, have you ever heard of that saying, if they do it with you, they'll do it to you?
Yes.
Yeah, and I know at first we can brush those things off in the beginning of friendships.
Right.
So, how does being around people like that affect you mentally or emotionally?
Um, you just start to become drained and hmm, yeah, you just start to become drained and you feel like you're being over dramatic or you're just overly sensitive all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's the part people don't talk about enough because you don't want to seem like you're overreacting all the time or being dramatic for sure. So yeah, definitely. And at what point do you think people start realizing, "Hey, this isn't a real healthy friendship for me?"
I'd say when the pattern becomes obvious, um, just when things keep happening and you can't ignore it anymore.
Right, right. Or when you start to feel that draining, like you feel drained and instead of supported.
Yes.
That emotional drain can be a lot for sure. So, a lot of people struggle with this part. How do you step away from those friendships without turning it into something bigger?
That is a tricky part because usually when you want to step away and give yourself space, people tend to take it the wrong way and assume that you have a problem with them when honestly, you just have to do what's best for you and just distance yourself. Um yeah, no, you just need to distance yourself and
Yeah,
yeah,
do what's best for you, do the best thing for your mental health.
right.
Yeah, for sure. And also with that closure. So, not every situation needs closure, I believe.
Mhm.
Sometimes you just need boundaries.
Exactly, because a lot of the time people know what they're doing, so you really don't have to explain yourself.
Very true. Very true. So, what would you say you've learned from experiencing friendships like that?
Um, I've learned to just trust what I'm feeling, and that a lot of the time if I feel like something is off, it most likely is off.
True. Yeah, I'm the same way. I definitely like to try to pay attention and use my discernment when I can, for sure.
Hmm.
And also, it's good to know too that some people are in our lives for a season or, to teach us lessons. So,
Right.
all right, for anyone listening right now who might be dealing with fake or two faced friends, what would you say to them?
I want to say, definitely do not ignore the signs just because you don't want to lose the friendship or because you want to protect other people's feelings. And don't shrink yourself to keep people around because the right people won't make you question your worth.
Absolutely. That is for sure. I think that's so true. Like the right people will not make you question your worth. And if you take nothing else from this episode, take that. Not every friendship is meant to last forever, but every experience can teach you something. And sometimes losing people is actually protecting your peace. All right. Well, thank you again to my guest for being open and honest today. And to everyone listening, if this episode resonated with you, just know you are not alone in this. Don't forget to follow, share, and come back next time as we continue finding peace in the pieces.